swap out some IGBTs in there, but I'm kind of pushing the 460's to the, well, not the 460's so much as this this little cat bank down there. So obviously you need a very short on time, which I had severely underestimated this at first. So this is going to be at a very, very, very low on time, about so low that it hardly wants to break out. And then I'm going to ramp up the voltage, and then you can see how the arc changes. Woo! Damn! What the fuck was that? Oh. I think it is dead. I killed something. Just lost a fet or something. I don't know what the hell happened because, you know, a little while ago I was playing with it and I had the duty cycle actually lower than where it was just at. And I would cut it up, and to a certain point, you know, I'd get these crazy ferocious arcs. But for some reason, just now, and I want to say it might have been because of interference. I still don't have an optical cable, but yeah, just now I had it real low and I was cutting it up, and you see this beefy arc jump out. At that moment, the 3-amp fuse I had on my Variac pop, for some reason, this light was still going afterwards, and it was still running down on a very low duty cycle. So I don't know how that works if I blew a FET. But it seems like I did blow a FET because now I don't want to start up anymore. FETs are actually fine, but I forgot I put a damn fuse on here too, so they both actually blew. This 3-amp fuse right here and the 3-amp fuse that I had in this Variac. So I don't know, maybe I should up it to a 5 or something. By the way, use fuses. Oh my God, use fuses. The way I've got this tuned now, obviously I can't turn it up all the way from the inverter. This was my concern earlier. I'm like, man, there's no way I've got this thing tuned anywhere in the realm of right if I can cut it all the way up 300 VDC through this puny little Chinese inverter. There's no way. I mean, it's just not pulling the juice. Now it is, because if I try to cut it up too much, the inverter craps out, which is to be expected. But I'm going to show some of that before I possibly kill it again from mains. That's a pretty low duty cycle. If I cut it up a little bit more, like that, see what happens is eventually this insane arc comes out and dominates, and I would imagine this is when you're getting in tune with the primary. It starts pulling a crazy amount of juice, and right now I've sort of got I've got a ceiling with these little caps I've got with 3 of them in series. I think that gives me something like 1800 volts. I mean, you could kind of pull little, I don't know, you know, like little mini type deals with that setup. You can see even with this arrangement, with the duty real low and the BPS, I can pull some decent stuff. But if I cut the duty all the way up, so duty's all the way up now. So as you can see, this is what's kind of been counterintuitive to me trying to figure this out. The duty is as high as I can get it now, right? So now I'm just going to crank the voltage pretty much all the way up on the Variac. And through the doubler, that's, you know, close to 300 volts. So you can see that it looks just like a regular discharge. when I cut the duty back down about as low as I can get it, let me see. So again, lowest BPS, and now I've got the duty very low, very, very low. And I'm going to cut the voltage back up. Man, this is real hard to record because the feel this is putting off is insane. Once I noticed, I started pulling little arcs that could burn me off, you know, pretty much anything that was nearby on that table. I realized I had to move this sucker. Cut the duty down a little bit more. So this is what happened to me just now when I ran this for mains. I had the duty, you know, pretty low, and just now I cut it down even lower. And then what happened is when I brought the voltage up, the arc was even beefier, you know. So like I say, that was a little counterintuitive. All right, so again, let's see, cut it on. And I'm going to cut the duty down real low. I'm going to see how low I can get it. Let me cut the voltage up some. Alright, super low duty cycle now. So once I bring the voltage up high enough, you see what happens is now it starts jumping out with that fat beefy arc. Damn phone ran out of space, but here I'm going to do that again. So basically, you can see that's what's going on with me having the settings to where this inverter can still just barely take it. So I don't know. Let me try cutting the frequency up a little bit. Even lower. That inverter can't really take it. Alright, so I need a little more power. So now it's coming straight off the mains, and I've bypassed this little dinky inverter. So same sort of mid-level sparks where I don't have the duty all the way down. And as I crank the voltage, you see the beefy little discharge. Cut down the duty even more. I'm pretty sure this is going to pop something. Let's see. Not yet. Cut it down even more. This might pop something. Nah, not quite. That's pretty beefy though. Oh, yeah, see, that just popped the fuse again. So you see, that's when I get my best discharge. And right at the moment it does that, it's pulling so much damn juice. The 3 amp fuse don't stand a chance. So I'm wondering if I should go up to a 5 amp fuse. 5 amp fuse now, screw it. I really didn't want to pop these fets because I wanted to play with this some more, but I've come so far now and screw it. You know, I might get lucky, it might just pop the 5 amp fuses this time and not kill the fets. Alright, cut that down. I did move the distance a little bit closer. Hopefully that might help. I'm just going to keep cutting it down incrementally. Cutting the on time down incrementally. Down some more. So it looks like it was just on the edge of 3 amps there. And let me move this back a little bit further to see if it'll pop. Still too high? Woo! There you go. That's the spot right there. That yeah, something bad's gonna happen with that. How are those capacitors holding up? So there goes another 5 amp fuse, and it has to be the fuse because I saw the light ring down on that too. Probably going to stop popping fuses now because I really don't want to mess anything else up on the driver board, at least until I replace those with IGBTs. I never did enclose anything. I found some of this screen wired little screen action that I just ended up putting a layer over here, trying to keep some sharp edges sort of like pointed out to the side. And you know, it seems to help a little bit. I'm not real sure. The way I've got this bridge now, I went ahead and just put the voltage doubler on there, and you know, still 460's obviously, but I've just got a couple 15-volt Zehners on there, some TVS diodes on the drains, and I'm hoping what I can do is when I do swap these out with IGBTs, all I got to do is swap this little sucker out with a 15-volt regulator. Maybe throw some more caps on these driver ICs to help them provide the power, and then just swap these out, throw some 33-volt Zehners on there. Filter going on, about as close to the fets as I can get them with this layout. Voltage doubler caps. Just got this little battery here. Powering the driver. I bet if I had just not cranked it up any more than I did, I probably could have maintained that ridiculously beefy arc for a little while before popping these fets. Obviously they are working pretty hard. Frequency, you know, over 400 kilohertz, probably not ideal obviously, but again, I got impatient. I just wanted to use these. I would imagine the higher I crank the duty, the more powerful those arcs would be, not the other way around. You can see it was the exact opposite. I had to cut the duty down as low as possible to get the beefiest arcs. The only other thing I noticed about this interrupter, maybe I got it wired wrong. I don't really mess with 555s like that, but when I do have the on time at the lowest knob setting, this thing wants to pull like something like 2 watts, maybe a few watts. One of these ICs gets hot, and one of the 555s gets pretty hot, so I can't leave it all the way down. I'm not really sure why that is.